Hey guys, what up? This is GtMichaels 2002. Sorry it's been a little bit of a while since I've uploaded. Just got off uni, got some pretty good results which I'm really happy about. I've worked my absolute ass off for them. So yeah. Anyways, welcome to the first episode of Who's Your Boss? This series will take a look at some of the best boss fights that I can get through and show you guys and a guide on. And just, I love boss battles, man. I think it's so cool just to like end a level, wrap a level up with just something really hard, a challenge. And we've seen that. It's been a part of gaming culture since the very start, and I think it's very underrated. You know, you finish with a level, and you know what makes that level memorable is that final boss. Just think about it. Some of the most memorable characters are bosses. Bowser, like that was one of the first final bosses of any game, and that's where he came from. He is a boss. Egghead, you know, Robotnik, yeah, Sonic, you know, it's all these games that really wrap it up. But yeah, you know, going back, I've always loved Castlevania from the very first game to the very new ones of Lord of Shadows. You know, I think they're really cool. They've got some really cool boss fights, but that's what sticks out for me. I always wanted to, as a kid, I want to find a game that has really cool, memorable bosses and just beat all of them because they look so fun and a good challenge. And you can imagine when Cuphead came out, I was absolutely in love. A whole game about bosses, and you can tell everyone loves it. So that's what I thought. The DLC just came out. I beat the DLC in about 3 hours. I got an A on every boss except for the bloody Moonshine Mob. I hate those assholes. They're so hard to beat. Like it's the parries. You can't get any parries. Those stupid barrels are like some of the only ways. Anyways, look, I'm ranting. We'll get to do the DLC at some point. Today we're starting off with Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. Now, I used to play. Actually, let me hold up. I had the original Ghostbusters PS3 edition. This is not remastered. This is completely original. Got the manual and everything. This was one of the first games I ever asked my dad for PlayStation. I think it came out 2009. So yeah, I was about 7 years old when I started playing this game, and I have not stopped playing it since. So that means turning 20 this year, I would be playing it for about 11 years. So yeah, it's a pretty big part of my gaming life. I've always revisited it. I had to get the remastered I had to get the remastered on PC. But I never play. I usually like to play on keyboard and mouse, but I had to switch to. I have to do that with this game. But anyways, we're getting. I'm sorry if that was really crappy audio just then. I just realized I have a microphone I have to hold. But anyways, we're gonna get in depth with these bosses. I recorded them all with NVIDIA's Shadow Play, which is, oh my god, a godsend. Just the footage of the bosses that I've done from this game is 13 gigs. So that's another game. But yeah, so that just shows you. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll be with you through this experience, kind of highlighting different things I liked about the bosses, certain things that stick out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this experience and just have a feel of this video game. Spoiler alert, obviously, but it's an 11-year-old game, all right? So just shut up about it. All right, enjoy, guys. See ya.
You know, I thought that guy said Rodriguez Armas. Would it kill him to mix in a green salad once in a while? I'm gonna take back, blast him until he's dazed, and then throw your capture story.
First boss here is Slimer. I do count him as like the first boss, or at least a mini boss, because I mean it's Slimer. Come on, it's got to be a little bit of a challenge. And yeah, he's not that hard. He disappears into tables at certain points, and you can just see the tables shake. You don't even need to use your PKE meter or anything to try and sense where he is. I'm playing through all these bosses in professional mode, by the way. So hardest difficulty. I haven't completed the game in professional mode, but you know, I just like to do that. But yeah, it's very easy to beat. It takes 2 seconds to suck into the trap, and yeah, Bob's your uncle.
Wow. That'll teach that pitiful goop sack to slime, Pete Venkman, and by extension, you.
Okay, next boss up here is Papi Sargassi, and it's really funny when you read all of like the different storyline elements to this boss, because he literally he opened up his own restaurant which you're fighting him in. Obviously he's long dead, but he got eaten by a shark while choking on a fish stick or something. And that he was like the most unlucky fisherman or something, and he tried to actually avoid being a fisherman because his family had died from his family as seafarers had literally died of all really, really horrible, sad, tragic, and unlikely deaths. So it's just kind of ironic.
Good work. Are you all right?
Nice going. You might really be the right person for this job.
Yes, you have destroyed a significant section of a 5-star New York hotel in just under 3 hours. Your mother and I are so proud. Aren't we, Egon?
He's got something. Let's track it down.
And yeah, it is a pretty easy fight. I'm professional a little bit harder. But the kitchen golem is the true shiner to me. It literally is really good. It is really good. The first golem that you fight, and it's pretty much really simple. You just wear him down with your proton stream, and that's it. And then you just wrangle. You pretty much capture his head, wrangle it off, and then Papi Sargassi comes back out as a ghost, and you just catch him. And he's really easy to catch. He doesn't struggle or anything in the trap. So yeah, easy.
Just don't do it. It's losing strength. Keep tearing it down. Wrangle back.
Wrangle it out.
Ankle. Up there. Now back.
To the right.
I thought it was like knives and forks flying at me, but when knives and forks become a big angry giant, that's really me not liking it. A lot.
Happens every day, right? Do it. Great job, you guys. Ha! Free s'mores for everybody from 54th Street to 5th Avenue. Happy Thanksgiving.
There he goes. The big evil sailor all the way to the... Oh! Not quite. Didn't make it. Hey, Ray, say 3 guys the size of your finger knocked you off the side of a 30-story building and you had to climb all the way back up to tear them apart. How mad would you be at those 3 little dinky types?
I'd go with mighty pissed.
Okay, and throw in a sugar high, too.
That giant blue and white toy man thing, or whatever, is still coming. It's climbing the building.
I'm impressed with his agility, considering his complete lack of bones.
Good news. We've got the Super Slammer back on pulse and Ecto-1 is rolling. We're repositioning now. Can you hold the Stay Puft there for a few minutes?
If by few you mean less than 1, then sure, we can do that.
Hey, did somebody tell you it was break time?
No sweat, kid. We've got you.
Well, as long as you're down there, would you see if you could knock off Mr. Sweetness?
Alright, moving on straight to Chapter 2, the Times Square boss. the final boss of Times Square, which is all the boss of Times Square because there's one boss is Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and boy is it epic. You fight him while dangling off the side of a building. He spawns little Stay Puft minions, which he has done for the entire stage as like enemies, but like, you know, it's not very effective. On professional mode even, he is incredibly easy. I've only beaten the game on casual and experience mode. Professional is one I've just never thought of doing, but I might do it now because it actually was a little bit of a challenge in some parts, but really not that big of a deal. I've been playing the game for so long that professional still is like nothing to me. I just like a breeze. I just like the storyline, and it's just kind of calming to me because it's a childhood game. Yeah, it's he's pretty easy. He like throws a helicopter at you once or twice. I think it's only once in this gameplay, but I don't know if he does it to you more than once. He just boson dart that stuff, and boson dart's like the big charge you shoot at. And he'll get weak at certain points, shoot a boson dart into his face, and he'll fall back. And then you do that 3 times, and he's dead. But yeah, he also spits out. He also spits out a lot, which you just got to make sure you don't overuse your proton stream, so you have that to shoot down in his mouth. But yeah, I just love Venkman's. I love Venkman's like last line of this boss battle as well. Venkman makes me laugh. I love Bill Murray. He's awesome. But yeah.
Boson darts. Got him on the rope, Slapster! Land the last one so we can go home!
You've killed my dessert!
Scoreboard reads Ghostbusters 2, Gozer the Gozerian 0, looking like a real big leaguer out there, champ.
Ray, Peter, we're in position. The trap is set. We're prepared to capture Stay Puft. Where is he?
He's that white puddle you're driving through?
Timing's off by just a hair, Egon, but we're glad the trap is working again. Eerie place. I wonder if this is where the collector killed the librarian.
I think that would be a safe assumption. That book she's reading is emitting massive energy.
That's your cue, killer. Go get him.
Hey guys, this is Future Gabriel here. I also just want to say I hope you like my Ghostbusters 2 suit that I unlocked by completing the game on experience mode. You can also get a gold proton pack as well, so that's pretty cool. You have to complete the game on professional, so I'm doing that right after this video.
She took that pretty well, better than I expected.
It makes perfect sense if her residual spirit energy is tied to the book. The Gozerian Codex, right? Now that we have it, her echo must have been released. She's gone. I think we helped her cross over.
And she just crossed right back.
Oh, no.
Okay, so now we're on to the library boss, which is pretty much just the librarian. Like, it's the first ghost ever encountered in Ghostbusters, and now we're busting her in this. Eleanor Twitty, that's her name as a human. She is the other boss, coupled with Slimer, that is not a deity or supreme being. She is just simply a very angry ghost. But again, her face is on the achievement. So like obviously she's representative. So yeah, but she is definitely a boss fight. You can tell she is quite hard actually. When she screams at you, the first stage is pretty hard if you're not good at dodging things. The book bats come at you pretty fast, and you got to use boson darts just to take those stands out. And that's when that's done, she comes at you. She's a little bit easier, but if she gets you cornered with her scream, you go down instantly. And I was very surprised at the start on professional mode. All my teammates died when she screamed initially, and you can't avoid it. No matter where you're in the room, that first scream will hit you. So it just makes me think you're gonna have to start off with everyone out. You got to revive each and every one of your teammates. You can see I just made it. I just got into my teammate and revived him just before I got hit. So it would have been disaster. But yeah, after that, pretty much just straight into the trap. A little bit of flailing, but straight into the trap anyways. So yeah.
I do like what they've done with the place here, but I hope that portal would have taken us back to the library.
Actually, we are back in the public library. The dimensional membrane must be extremely thin here.
Someone's holding us here. The Collector.
Yes, Azetlor wants to add to his collection, and he's probably not too happy about us taking the Gozerian Codex with us.
Oh yeah? What can a twisted little bookworm do to scare us?
He murdered Eleanor Twitty for it when he was alive, and a dozen others just to cover it up.
Hey, Collector! We're taking your book! What do you think about that? He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yes, I think you got his attention, Ray.
Oh, boy. He's resisting my proton stream!
Now we're on to the final boss for the library stage. So we did the librarian, and now we've done the cross-dimensional portal, and pretty much, yeah, now we're fighting Azetlor, the Collector, or aka the Collector. And he's the guy who actually killed Eleanor Twitty, the librarian, during her lifespan to get access to the Gozerian Codex, the book which she died protecting. And that's the book that they went to the library to collect as well. Anyways, yeah, he is said by most fans to be the hardest boss in the entire game, and I can see why. He is incredibly annoying. The way in professional, especially in professional, in every difficulty, casual, experienced, professional, he is incredibly dangerous. Especially the spikes that he throws at you, but if you're a distance away, you can just jump out of the way of them, they're fine. Yeah, his first stage is just simply putting green slime all over his mask. Once that's done, you wrangle it, but in the bigger difficulties, in casual, you could just rip it right off. In experienced difficulties, you have to wait for your teammates to hold his hands back so that you can now rip the mask off. Otherwise, he holds it down. He doesn't take it off. So that was something different. I was like, slamming it out. I'm like, why isn't it coming out? So, but yeah, you have to wait for the team members to hold his arms out in the later difficulties. I'm sure that's what happened. I just literally just had to go boom, and it was off. But yeah, last stage where you just have to hit that little green ball. I find the best way is to try and shoot a stream, keep the stream there, and shoot a boson dart to go across the stream so you don't lose aim. So pretty crazy, the difficulty change from experienced to professional. But yeah, again, another reason why I want to try it out. Yeah, done and dusted. Let's move on.
Need some help here.
We need to get out of here.
There's a new portal back here. Come on, Rook, that's gotta be the way out. Guys! Oh my, so much black slime.
Oh, it just seems like a lot because it's alive.
column. It's flowing upwards.
If you see a big yellow eye in there, poke it with something.
No yellow eye, Ray.
Maybe it already went up there.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Is it my turn to lead? I don't want to jump in front.
Hello, Chairman. Ready to get what's coming to you? Kidnapping is a Class 1 felony, and we do not tolerate it in our jurisdiction. Get him! It's gotta have a weak spot somewhere.
Alright, so for the after the public library chapter, we're now moving on to the Natural History Museum. Museum of Natural History or whatever, New York City, whatever. But yeah, the chairman is who you fight, and he's a big fat glob. He's kind of like a phase sort of boss, where he'll come out, give you a couple of attacks, you can get to attack him, and then he'll disappear and fight enemies, and then he comes back. I think it's the only boss in this game that's like that, where you have to fight enemies in between. You can't even get a shot at them while you're doing that. So it's good that they're switching things up a little bit. But yeah, Chairman Maison Collider, the yellow weapon you unlock in that chapter just shortly beforehand, easily the best weapon to use against him. I upgraded the acceleration so that I can use way more of them without overheating, because they do take quite a lot, like the boson darts, away from your energy levels. Again, there's no ammo in this game. You just recharge and you just watch the 2 red lines in the back of your pack go up and just make sure it doesn't overheat. And you can, and it's safer just to reheat or cool down as like a reload before it gets to the top, and then it shorts out and you have to wait. So yeah, so pretty easy. There's like black slime fiends, black slime crawlers, and black slime ghosts, I think you fight throughout as enemies. We just close off the portals with green slime and then just fight them, and yeah, you'll be pretty much golden. He is pretty hard. I did die to him again once before I got the best footage for him. So yeah, a professional, definitely a step up. So yeah, I think it's because he's kind of like a bullet sponge at that point. He doesn't take much damage, even in the eye, on his chest with the yellow eye. But yeah, really fun boss. Hope you enjoy the footage.
Multiple contact!
I'm hit! On the right!
That was close. This is among my least favorite sensations. Oh, it's extra fun. One goes to the juice.
Give it to him!
Hang on.
Oh, man. Jump out of the way! Oh, I should have saved what he's had. Keep it going!
We're gonna need another shower.
We stirred up a hornet's nest, kid.
That's good. Keep working.
They got me! They got me! I'm hit! Nice work!
That's how it's done. Heads up!
Alright, so we are up to the third last boss, and this is in the Return to Sedgwick level, where you return to the Hotel Sedgwick after it's been closed down due to paranormal occurrences. This is the Spider Witch. She is pretty much like the femme fatale in her when she was alive, and thanks to her sacrifices to ghosts and hanging people from the ceiling, she became a spider, which
creature, a powerful deity, a supreme being to Goza. Sorry, not Goza, Shandor. I think so. I honestly, I don't know which one they're mostly getting these powers from, because I don't even know why Shandor would have powers, but I mean, he is a deity himself, so. Yeah, she is incredibly easy for the boss at this point in the game. Professional makes no difference to her. She just takes a little bit more of a hit, and that's it. The only problematic part in this is, so she's very weak to the stream. Again, you can always use your PKE scans to try and figure out what they're weak to. It turns out, yeah, just quick boson dart like hurts her pretty bad. But when she starts to heal, I think she heals it like twice each fight. But yeah, you just literally just follow the PKE scan to the direction. You'll find her on some like cocoon thing, drinking fluid, and if you can get her, if you can find her during those sequences and stop her, then the game, the fight's really over. Just don't keep too close to her, you'll be fine. I guess they kept it a little bit easier because you only have Egon with you, so if he dies and you die, it's already game over. You don't have two other guys who might possibly be able to revive you. So yeah, pretty easy, fun fight, but and I love the animation and obviously like the character design for the Spider Witch. But yeah, there you go, pretty simple.
Silly man. Come, play with my rose.
I think we found the source of the black slime, Winston.
I wasn't that curious. The whole room's filling up. Get to higher ground.
All right, gentlemen, it's official. This was a bad idea.
Comes the big finish.
Ugh, the stench is horrible.
Smells like the Fulton Fish Market when they've got fish. Wait, I know that dumpster.
A putrid mass of hatred, bile, and anger.
Not exactly Mrs. Sunshine, is it?
This is the part where we do what we do. Love.
Get him in the eyes!
Hit his eyes, rookie!
We've got to cut off his visine. Somebody chop some onions.
Giving me the evil eye, huh?
Okay, so our second last boss on the Shandor Island is the imprisoned juvenile Slaw. So this is like a creature that that Shandor and his followers managed to imprison while the island was still operational before Shandor passed and all that sort of crap. Yeah, pretty difficult. It took me 3 attempts to get this boss. So during my playthrough, it would seem this is the hardest boss to me, even though Law was definitely harder. I let my guard down much easier in this because it was always such an easy boss. I would say this was just as easy as the Spider Witch in a lot of ways, until Professional. It actually isn't anymore. The eyeballs are another challenge. Usually they're just optional little enemies, but here they really do make a difference, as well as the fact that you have to defeat them before the juvenile sloth is, not sloth, the Slaw. For fuck's sake, I keep saying sloth. But yeah, it's, you know, it's you gotta aim and like the little. It's always the little place you gotta hit them in this series. But yeah, it's pretty hard. The real only way to deal good damage is to go closer to the edge so that the Slaw goes towards you. But it's pretty dangerous. I do get knocked out from one of the hits. I know in this in the footage I actually beat the Slaw. But yeah, other than that, if you dodge quick enough, you'll be fine. Destroy the eyes when you get a chance. Revive with your teammates. You'll be good.
Run! Ow! On your left. Find some cover. Ow! That was ow there. Incoming! That's a lot of whatever they are.
That is awesome.
All the nodes are closed. The ghosts are trapped in Mandala.
Right where they belong. Our boy Evo Shandor didn't factor in that he was messing with the Ghostbusters.
Wait, it's Ilsa.
It's Peck.
Can we blast them? Just one's really hard. Nobody's gonna know.
Easy, Venkman. Everything points to Peck being a pawn.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
It's the mayor.
No, Ray, it's not. It's Evo Shandor.
Shandor possessed the mayor, turned Peck on us to slow us down, and when we shut down his Mandela before he could get fully juiced, he hijacked our ghost out of the containment unit as an alternate energy source.
Very good. And they say you're the slow one.
Wait, what? Who says that?
Everybody. What's the girl have to do with it?
Taking her was necessary. To assume my own destructor form, I require blood. My blood.
What about Gozer? I thought you built this all for him.
I did, but he failed me. Twice. How he earned the title the Destroyer is beyond me. Anyway, I thought to myself, why worship a god when you can actually become one?
Slime him.
Could be trouble. It's on your left.
Aim high!
You got it! Almost there!
He's too powerful. It'll take all of our streams. Hit the other one.
Beat him down, then get a capture stream on him! He's through! Now deactivate your pulse, and we'll cross the streams with the blast function.
I can't shut mine down, Ray.
Me too. Me neither. I mean,
Who decided to reinforce these shoulder straps? Yeah!
hey Shandor, where's your destructor form now? Leave it in your other suit.
I have chosen. I am the Destructor. I am the Architect.
Oh, was someone waking out of their nap?
Oh no.
That's very bad.
The architect? That's not so scary. The contractor, that's who kills you.
Peter, you don't understand. He's the architect, and he controls Ghost World.
And he can come into our world. And what do architects do?
They dream?
I will pay all your deeds.
Whoa, take a break. Do you ever shut up?
Yeah. No! Listen!
I will pierce your world with girders of steel and panes of glass.
That's just mean supervillain French, Ray. All those guys talk like that.
I will crush your world under the weight of my cities. I will smother your creation under my...
Alright, we've reached the final boss. It's Ivo Shandor himself. And this video game is canon, so this is absolutely right before Ghostbusters Afterlife. All these events really took place in the storyline, which is really cool. But yeah, this is a pretty nasty boss. It only took me one attempt. Sorry, I won't lie. 2 attempts for the first stage, but after I got through the second phase, which is supposed to be the hardest, took me I got through it that one stage. I died in the first stage, which is I've never ever done even in my early days of playing this game when I was like 7 years old. I've never died to the first stage of Ivo Shandor when you have to destroy the crystals with the boson darts while he recharges. Never died to that. I never even knew there was anything that could hurt you. I really didn't. Crazy to me. I'll show you that footage just to show you know I really did die on that. It's so stupid. The flying skulls got me, man.
It's fading.
But yeah, never died to flying skulls anywhere but here. So, and funnily enough, all right. So, but yeah, the second phase. I'll say the second phase is where it gets real. See, the second phase, even though I did die in the first phase, the second phase for me is definitely a lot harder. It did take my patience. So again, it's another recharge sort of thing where the Spider Witch recharged with her. You got to stop these from recharging him. In the same way, there's 4 of them each time, and if you stop that, it's all good. But I found if you don't stop them in professional difficulty, he actually when he slams down, all of your teammates just die. It is so scary when that happens. You have no way of getting revived yourself. It's like no second chances. You gotta go and revive everyone else. Again, boson darts I found is his best weakness. For the charges, I use the Mason Collider, the large shots of the Mason Collider, not the quick rapid shots. And yeah, it just takes a lot of patience and a little bit of time. But it's not it's not like Cuphead. You don't have to worry about time limit. Just take your time, beat it. It took me I think 9 minutes. Like no, sorry, not 9 minutes. The video is 9 minutes. I think it took me like 6 minutes to complete the whole first and second phase. So definitely the longest boss battle by far. Maybe the chairman was a bit longer. I don't know, or a bit shorter. But yeah, there you go. So yes, guys, thanks for tuning in with me for this amazing journey on the boss fights of the Ghostbusters video game remastered, but pretty much just Ghostbusters the video game. It's just next gen. It's just made for next gen. But yeah, really cool. Love this game. Always been a childhood favorite. Leave a comment in the section below. Comments in the comment section below if you have any requests. I possibly might have the game or anything. Next, I'm thinking of doing is either a bit of Cuphead, a bit of South Park: The Stick of Truth, or Fractured Butthole. Or should I say Fractured Butthole? If I'm trying to be less rude. And Dead Rising 2. So yeah, absolutely. I've got a lot of games written down, so can't wait to see you guys next time. And next time you'll see me will be for the Tier 2 video of the iceberg. So
Take a hold. That's good. Keep working. That's the stuff. Gods for breakfast. I'm deactivating the cross-stream governor. I never thought I'd say this again. Cross the streams!
we eat gods for breakfast?
Too much, you think?
No, I liked it.
Stay awesome, guys. GtMichaels 2002. Thank you for tuning in for the first episode of Who's Your Boss? And as always, good night.